Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's live video as I'm shuffling around trying to get myself nice and comfortable. How are we all today? How are we all doing? How's your week been? Let's just take a quick look at the temperature today. So Gary's weather report, let's call it that. Let's go and jump over to the screen. So today here in Perth, it's a bit wet. It's been miserable and really rainy for the past few days. Not used to seeing rain here, but yeah, it's not too bad temperature-wise. So it's 13 degrees Celsius. That works out at 55.4 Fahrenheit. So I've just put that on the screen so you can see. So it's not bad. Still beanie weather though. Helps if I put shot of the camera. There we go. Still beanie weather. So that's still on my head, keeping my ears nice and warm. And because I attended an ear raising session the other week, I'll just take this pop up so you may notice on some of my videos that I've got this nice short haircut now. Just pop that back on. So let's jump into the comments. So Miss Marilyn Darling, hi Gary, welcome to you. Chris from Toowoomba, good morning. Blonde Scales 1, good evening from Arkansas. Shane, hello Gary, hope you are well. Hi to Miss Marilyn Darling. Marie, hi from Michigan. Miss Marilyn Darling, hi Chris, Blonde Scales, Shane, Marie. Ricardo, good morning, welcome to you from lovely London. Padrino, hey Gary. Miss Marilyn Darling, it's a very warm week here in Santa Ana, California. Yeah, I can't wait for spring to come back in. That's about a month, 6 weeks off. Can't wait. Then it'll start getting a bit warmer again. Blonde Scales 1, I'm not ready for the heat to return this next week. Let me just check if there's any more, then I'll carry on with my talkies. Miss Marilyn Darling, 26 Celsius in Santa Ana. Ted Smith, hi everybody. Chris, 13 here too. It seems to be warming up slowly. Ricardo, not much warmer here in London, 15 Celsius. I know London last weekend when we were talking to my brother-in-law, he was saying they were having a heat wave. It was 30 Celsius, and he said it was just so hot. Been starting to get ready for summer now. We went shopping on whatever the day before yesterday was. You know, my brain's Friday. Friday was the day before yesterday. Went shopping. I've got my first pair of cargo shorts for the year, so I'm going to start building up my cargo shorts collection a little bit at a time. My wife was saying to me, why do you want to be buying shorts? It's so cold. And my reply was, well, you know what it's like here in Australia. If you don't buy it when you see it, when you next come again, they won't have it. So yeah, starting to buy shorts now. Just going to refresh the comments. And then we'll get into the topic for today. So the topic for today changed late Friday night. I was planning to talk about my Grail pen, but obviously I've changed it. Because on Friday evening, this arrived. Oh, well, not obviously like this. I've taken it out of the postage envelope. But this box from Apple Boom, these are the pens that I ordered a few weeks ago. So I thought what we'd do is we'd do a live unboxing. Not going to do first impressions of them. I will record separate first impressions videos. But I thought we'll at least unbox them together. So let's open up. So in here, first thing we've got is a card. Thank you from Apple Boom. There we go. Let's turn that around so you can see it. Underneath that, there's two of the Stroop waffles. So I'll pass them to my wife. She always gets the treats. Well, I get the treats because I get the pens. Then in there we've got, nicely wrapped in some like tissue paper, we've got some boxes. So let's take them all out. Just so I can get the box out of the way more than anything else. Clear myself some room. So the first one, this is actually the biggest box I think. So take that out of the tissue paper. And then we've got their Apple Boom, and again it's wrapped up. Really good packaging. The second box, take this one out of the paper. And we've got the same, another one wrapped up. Then finally, the third box. Another 3 pens to look at. That's going to keep me going for a while with my first impressions. Here we go with that one. Again, wrapped up. Just going to pop this off to the side. Running out of spaces to put things. You get me scissors. So let's switch over to the... Just wait while Siri goes away. There we go. So the first box. This is the smaller of the boxes. Let me just get my thing under there. Really love the way that these are packaged. It's just... There we go. I'm trying to do this on camera. See what we've got in this first box. I try to keep the paper as undisturbed as possible, because my wife might get a use for it with her crafting crap. So the first one, Faber-Castell. Nice looking box. There we got a picture of... I don't know what it's a bridge. I'm not going to try and even guess what the bridge is. Nice little loop on the end to help you to pull the box out. And I managed to open it upside down. So if we pull this out, there we go. That should have come out first. So we've got Faber-Castell, and let's again pull this out. It doesn't come all the way out, which I think that's a nice little touch. So we've got a little bit of an instruction manual, and then in here we've got a Faber-Castell Hexo in blue. Cap pulls off, and then we've got this little cartridge. There's an end, no end in there, but we've got a normal cartridge in here. I forgot to order a converter, which is fine because I'll use the cartridge. I'll just refill that. It is a small looking cartridge. I might see, is there a longer one that I've already got in my spares box? Very nice. Feels, yeah, it's like a hexagon there, which must be where it gets its name from. So that's pen number 1. As I say, I will be doing a proper first impressions on these. This is just a very quick first look, seeing as we're all here today. So that's the first one. Let me pop that to one side. Excuse me a second. Okay, box number 2. What's in box number 2? Again, let's ease this sticky thing off. I like this little band that it's on. I think it's really nice. I love the way it's packaged. You know, it really makes it into something special as you're opening these. This actually feels quite light, this box. So can I get it out? Yes, there it comes. So this is the main pen. Oh, one of the main pens. The other one's a main pen as well. So we've got here a Delta pen. Nice black box. Again, we slide out. Oops, no, we don't. Just open the end. And then we slide out. So we've got inside there like a plasticky type presentation box. So we've got Delta, Italy, 1982. Take that off. Here we've got something about Delta. Again, I'm not going to read that. We've got the Apple Boom sticker inside. Pop that to one side. And then here we've got the pen. Where does it come out? Oh, slowly ease it out, Garry. So this is a piston pen. This is grey with hints of blue in it. And then where we've got the ink window, that's got some blue. So we've got a little bit of a hint there of the colour. It's actually called the blue pen. Oh, that's nice in the hand. First Delta pen I've had. How does the piston mechanism go? Oh, very stiff, but once it's going, that feels quite nice. And then put it back up. So again, I'm going to pop this back in the bag because, as I've already said multiple times, I will do a formal unboxing video, and well, not unboxing, first impressions video. pop that back in, pop the lid on, and then pop that back in its box. So that's 2 blue pens. Put that over to the side. And the third box. Biggest of the 3 boxes. This one was one of my viewers. I haven't seen his name pop up yet today. He generously sent the money to buy this with. So thank you very much for that. And I'm trying to talk and do things. Not very good at doing that. I'm very good at unitasking, but once I try and do 2 things at the same time, it gets a bit difficult. Oh dear. Oh no, I didn't rip it. That's all right. I won't be getting the telling off. Do you know, this one doesn't want to come out. I'm going to have to... There we go. Will it come out now? There we go. Shut that down behind me. So here we've got an Opus 88 fine writing instruments. So again, fairly plain box. The front, and I just did that. That comes up. That lifts off to reveal the pen. This is an Opus 88 Omar. And in here, slide that out. Here's the pen. Absolutely beautiful. This is an eyedropper pen. It's my second Opus 88 pen. I've already got a Chloro, but this is beautiful. Wow, that's so nice. Nice length there. Wool sort of post. I don't post pens though. Nice black. Oh no, it's a silver nib. It's just the way the light. I thought it was black for a minute. That's beautiful. That's really nice. Nice weight as well, and that's without ink. Oops. Just unscrewing the section. There we go. There's the filling mechanism for that. Really, really nice. I think, does it say in the box what the acrylic name is? No, it doesn't, unfortunately. I can't remember. I've got it written down in my notes somewhere. When I do the first impressions, I will give the full details of that. But wow, this is really pretty. I absolutely love this colour. And look here, we've got this marble effect. So nice. And these white finials, they just set it off, don't they? I better put that away, otherwise I'll spend the whole video just looking at that. That is very attractive. So I'll pop that to one side again. So they're my pens that I've just received, as I say, very late on the evening on Friday. And I thought, yeah, what better way to do it? Pop them scissors out the way before I cut myself. And I've just managed to hit my finger. So let's go back to the comments. Miss Marilyn Darling, next week it's supposed to be almost 40, so I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, I find the days when it hits 40 can just be so oppressive. And especially if you get high humidity with it. You know, they're killer days. Miss Marilyn Darling, how exciting new apple balm package it was. I tell you, I've been waiting for this package for about a month because they had to order in 2 of the pens, but really nice. Shane, sweet. Marilyn, love stroopwafel. Yeah, I'm not an overly sweet person, which is why I give it to the wife. Marilyn again, gift wrapping all around. Absolutely. I mean, to me, that gift wrapping, I think it's just a nice touch, and it's really interesting. Blonde Scales 1, that paper would make some nice paper beads. Yeah, I'll suggest that to Elaine when I pass it on to her. She likes doing all sorts of crafty stuff. I'm not a very crafty person. Chris, Hexo. Shane, whoa, love the colour of that. Chris, love mine. I got the same colour. Yeah, when I was looking at them, I thought, yeah, let's go for blue. I've got loads of green pens. Green's my favourite colour. But, yeah, blue's quite nice. Marilyn, the Russian nesting doll of boxes, absolutely. Shane, that's really nice. Love the acrylic pattern. Under the Under the Inkfluence. That's a gorgeous pen. You picked a gorgeous acrylic, absolutely. Pens, pencils plus, quite a haul, absolutely. Absolutely. I keep saying absolutely, don't I? I don't know. I have to try and find some different words to use. Yeah, it's my most expensive order that I've put from Apple Boom. And oh wow, I mean, I've been looking for, I've been waiting and waiting. I've got now the videos scheduled for recording the first impressions, and I've had to keep delaying them and delaying them and delaying them because they hadn't arrived. So I think I've filmed the first, now it's here. I think I'm going to be filming the first impressions on Wednesday as things stand. Padrina, wonderful new pen day. Congrats on all the new goodies. Absolutely. I love getting my new pens. It's really nice. Blonde Scales 1. I ordered some fountain pen related rubber stamps yesterday. I've never really got into stamps. I thought the one I might look at is, I can't remember who it is. Is it Simone? Has a stamp which she uses for when she introduces her pens that she's using that month. And then JP Pen and Ink, she's also got a stamp which I quite like the look of. It might be something I need to look at in the future, but up till now, things like stamps and then, what do they call it? The wax seals. They've never been anything which has really overly jumped out at me. Chris Perzatley, yeah. Let's go. Under the Inkfluence Oops order. Then refresh again. Right, that's all the things. Let's. Oh, what's next? It's writing time. Let's go back to the fun view. And as if by magic, here's appeared my notepad with pens for the week ending the 27th of July. And I've just realised I haven't set my script screen up. The script screen runs off a separate computer. And I've got two computers on my desk. Aren't I greedy? So, what have we got? The pen that I was using the whole week by Bennu, the Bennu Talisman in Dragon's Blood. Beautiful pen. I love the faceted nature of this. It really catches the light really well. Hopefully I can catch some of that. Really plays nice in the light. Cartridge converter pen. Still got a fair bit of ink in here, so I'll be using that for a while more. The section does sometimes feel a little bit on the narrow side for me. It's not too bad. It's not unusable, but yeah, it can be a little bit narrow. And then we've got this beautiful nib made by Schmidt. So we've got here a Bennu Talisman with a broad nib. Price for this, you're looking about 255 Aussie dollars. The ink by Pelican, and it's Edelstein Garnet. Nice. I want to say it's an orangey red ink. It's, to me, often does look more on the orange side rather than the red side. So that's a Bennu Talisman. Excuse me for 1 second. Poor nose, it's running yet again. Next up, we've got the TWSBI Eco. This is the orange version. Love seeing this ink playing in here. Really nice. Piston filling pen. One of the downsides, I think, with the Eco, the piston mechanism takes up roughly half of the available body. Which is a bit of a shame, but I can understand why. Again, we've got a fairly thin section on this. Not unusably so. I mean, I've got 3 Ecos, so I do like them. Nice length to it. Here we've got the nib. This is a fine nib. It's a fine nib. So we've got here a TWSBI Eco. And this has got a fine nib. The price for this is about 59 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine, and it's Fortune's Gold. The pen's nice. I just made a very poor choice of ink. The ink in here just so light. Let me lift it up. I know I'm working under lights here, but it's just very, very light. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to put it in the clean out pot, because although there's still ink left in there, I just do not like it as a combo. Actually, no, I won't put it in the clean out pot. I don't know. I'll think about that. But yeah, I'm thinking of cleaning that one out. Up next, Jinhao 992, in the beautiful transparent green. Really nice. I really enjoy this. Cartridge converter, you can already see that. There we go. Plastic fittings. And it looks like it's sealed at the end. Not planning to do it just yet, but I will do an experiment with one of these where I try eyedrop in it, just to see how it goes. But again, it's a small pen. We've got a small, maybe number 5 size nib there. So we've got in here a Jinhao 992 with a fine nib. Price for this, $2.22 when I bought it. Well, not when I checked the price about 3 weeks ago. Very cheap pen. But it's not, no, it's not a cheap pen. It's an inexpensive pen. The ink by Diamine, and it's Velvet Emerald. So unposted, as you can see, I can write with this. It does post. If I'm doing a longer writing session, I will use this posted. It's not too back heavy. It's not too long. Unposted, it is usable, but does feel a little bit uncomfortable. But for like, you know, a couple of words or a couple of sentences even, I can get away with that. So that's a Jinhao 992. Now the next pen I may not be able to write with because it ran out of ink. Hopefully there's might be enough. I might see if I can prime the feed as we're going. This is a Jinhao 80 in the black colour. So you'd have seen a video on Friday where I swapped the nibs. So on here, I should remember it pulls off. We've now got a broad Lamy nib. Wow, I love this pen with this nib. It's taken a nib that I didn't often write with. Oh, I've already tried to prime it and made it into one that's writable. Really nice and comfortable pen. Bit on the light side, but that's fine. So let's see, can we write Jinhao 80 with a broad nib. This is a really wet combo. The price for this, $5 Aussie dollars. Plus, obviously, I've put a different nib on it. The ink, Diamine. Writer's blood. I've been loving writing with this. If it wasn't for the fact that it's for what this month's theme is, which this pen is part of, I would have filled this up again. You'll hear more about that on Friday when I've got my video coming out. So that's a Jinhao 80. As I say, absolutely love it. It wasn't too well. It was nice enough when it had the Jinhao fine nib on, but yeah, swapping the nib for this Lamy, wow, absolute stunner of a pen now. So from a fairly plain black pen, we're going to go really bright. Let's just move this up a wee bit. This is the Fully Wen 017. Look at this. The pattern's called Starry Night. Very busy, isn't it? Really colourful. Not a pen to take to work with you. The ink, oh, it's a converter. There we go. We have metal fittings in here. Now, I'm going to, as I'm talking, oh no, I'm not, because it's not the one I thought it was. Got a number 6 nib, so I could change the nib, the section. We've got that pattern, that material following down. Very smooth nib, this one. It's unusual. I normally don't like smooth nibs, but this one's quite pleasant. There is a tiny bit of feedback, and it's a, let me just double check, it's a medium nib. The price for this, 38 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine. and it's Aqua Lagoon. Beautiful, like, is it maybe a turquoisey type colour? Really pretty, and I think it goes quite well with this pen. So that's that fully went 017. Next, we got another TWSBI. This is the TWSBI Diamond 580, the fully transparent version. You can actually see there, it's got a shimmer ink, so that's why I'm agitating it. I know, agitating, irritating. There we go. I've been irritating my son this week. I've been really, really nice to him all the time, and it's got him really worried. He thinks there's something majorly wrong, the fact that I'm being nice all the time. So yeah, let's agitate this ink. All right, I think that's enough. So I love the body. Again, we've got the facets on there. And I love the whole length of it. The section does feel a wee bit on the small side. We've got a broad nib on this. This nib unit will screw out, so it's dead easy to clean. I just unscrew the nib unit and then use a blunt nose syringe in there. Absolutely love this pen. So this is a TWSBI Diamond 580 with a broad nib. The price for this pen, 95 Aussie dollars. I think that was from Coat Pens. The ink, it's a diamine ink, and it's Tranquility. I've deliberately inked this pen up with this ink because tomorrow I'm recording my August ink showdown, and I'm going to go with this ink, which is Diamine Tranquility, and I'm going to put it up against Robert Oster Tranquility. So two inks with the same name. Two very different ink colours though. And this one, as I say, it's a shimmer ink. You can see a little bit there, certainly wow on the TWSBI Diamond. Not sure if this comes over on the camera. Loads of like a beautiful gold shimmer coming through. So up next, we've got one of my Australian pens. This is by That Pen Bloke, and it's just simply called the Fountain Pen. I notice he's got a new model out. I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week. Let me just see if I can pull up his website and show you it. Should have thought about this earlier on. Let's go to the screen. I'll just scoot on over, and we'll come back to the writing again. Just activate my keyboard. My keyboard goes to sleep after 5 minutes to preserve. And you can see all the sorts of sites that I go to. There we go. I must have been looking for some clothes for my wife. So this is his online store, thatpenbloke.com. And let's see if we can see it. So he's got a new range out called the EL1, which are like entry-level pens. I'm just seeing if I can find it. Have we got anything here? As you can see, he's got loads of pens up for sale, and he does custom orders as well. Have we got an EL1 on here? I can't see it, but anyway, he's got a brand new. It's got a brand new range called the EL1, which I think is about 130-ish Aussie dollars, so fairly reasonably priced. And I do believe he does international shipping as well. But have a look at his website. Check him out. So yeah, this is a fountain pen. The material's called Something Special. Absolutely beautiful yellows, like browns. We've got burgundy. Cartridge converter. Not a lot of ink left in this one. Might get another couple of days out of it. Number 6 nib, made by that company beginning with a J. Yoho, Joho, Woho. I always struggle with. So this is That Pen Bloke. Fountain pen. Let me just minimise my window there so I can keep an eye on my preview. The price for this, when I bought it, was $190. Obviously, handmade pen, prices do vary, so contact him for pricing. The ink by Diamine, and it's Flame. Nice orangey ink. This actually is the ink that was meant to go in the TWSBI Eco, and the ink that's in the Eco that Fortune's Gold was meant to go in here, but I messed up when I was filling the pens. But I think it's good because I actually like this ink and pen combo. The final one of this week's pens, let me just move it up. Platinum 3776 Century. This is that gorgeous Burgoyne colour, I love it. Slightly translucent. Got there a platinum converter. You see there's a little bit of ink left in there. Pen does sometimes feel a bit on the short side. It is postable. Feels heavy once it's posted, but not unusably so. We've got a gold nib on this. It's the only gold nibbed pen in my selection at the moment. There we go. Beautiful 14 karat gold nib. I really love the platinum nibs. It's a bit on the narrow side for me, but that's just my personal preference. So we've got here a platinum. Beautiful writer. 3776 Century. Century. With a medium 14 karat gold nib. Price for this, you're looking about 288 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine, and it's Ox Blood. This to me is virtually a perfect pairing of pen and ink. Really like this combo. Writes really well. One of the things I have found with this, it's very picky about inks. I've had some inks which work perfectly well in other pens, really struggle in this one. But I found that Ox Blood writes really well, so that's another reason why I'm going to stick with Ox Blood in this going forward. So that's a Platinum 3776 Century. Right, let's go back to the camera, scoot on over. It's time to go back through the comments. So, Blonde Scales 1, you were so excited to show us your new toys. Absolutely. I've got to be honest, how I've managed to wait a day and a half to do it is quite amazing. Normally, as soon as the postman's deliver it, it's open straight away. But I thought, no, I'm going to open it on camera, and share it because, I thought it's been bought. To be honest, all of them were bought with money that I've earned from YouTube. So I thought it's a good one. Let's show it on the live. Under the Influence, that Bennu is stunning. It's the only Bennu I've got. Most of them are too over the top for me, but that one's just right. There was one of the hand-painted ones I really did eye up, but I decided not to get it in the end. It was like a spacey type theme, but I decided against it in the end. Chris, I have stamps for drawing chord shapes for guitars and uke. They're really useful. Yeah, I'd say it's not something I've gone into. I think I need to. Again, it just expands what I'm doing, and I like doing that because that gives me a chance to learn. I love playing with new stuff. Padrino Bennu pens always hypnotise me. I have one that I can stare at for hours. Absolutely, that's similar with that Dragon's Blood. I call it a Christmas pen because of the colours. So it's a pen that I normally use, in December when I do my Christmas, my Christmas selection. But yeah, really nice. Ted, are the nibs in TWSBIs consistently good? So from my experience, I've had no issues. I've got 3 Ecos, I've got the Damned 580, and I've got a VAC 700R. Had no issues with any of them. Really like them. You see reports, and I think no matter what you get, there's always going to be the odd one where, it's not right. But usually, TWSBI apparently are very good. I've not tried their customer service, but I've heard good things from what I've been reading. Marilyn, just remember with the Jinhao 992 that you make sure that the O-rings in the nib housing are good, because otherwise you'll have inky hands. Yeah, do you know the one I end up with inky hands with all the time? And it's really surprising. It's my Waterman Karen. I don't know what it is, but that seems to leak a little bit around the nib. I've seen other people saying the same. Now, somebody did give a hint about a way to fix it. I thought about doing it, but then I thought to myself, Gary, don't be stupid. You are crap at handwork, DIY stuff. If you try and do that, you're going to absolutely screw it up. So I just put up with it. You know, all it means is I go and wash my hands. Blonde Scales 1. I've been happy with mine so far. Haven't inked the 2 newest Twisbys yet. Yeah, I think it's like everything. Same with Visconti. You hear all these stories about Visconti nibs. I've got 3 Visconti pens and not had an issue with any of them. Under the Inkfluence, I use my Jinhao 80 with a medium 14 karat gold nib. Sorry about that. And it's constantly in rotation now. And I prefer to my 2000. Yeah, I'm really surprised with this. I say with the Jinhao nib, it was all right. You know, it wasn't anything to write home about. But absolutely loving it with this nib. I'm not going to use writer's blood in it again. That's just too wet. The nib is quite a wet nib. And with writer's blood, which is also quite a wet ink, I'm getting some issues. What I might do next time I ink it up is try it with a shimmer ink. That'd be interesting to see how it goes, because say it's a really wet writer, so that might work quite well. Marilyn, I'm not really too much a fan of my ecos because I'm a person that has to have clean pens, and I almost always have to disassemble it and clean it. Yeah, that's what I do with my eco. I was actually having a chat with one of the other viewers of the channel, Paul, on I want to say Friday, might have been Thursday, but I think it was either Thursday or Friday, and he was saying about the 580 being able to unscrew it. And I was saying to what I do with my ecos, I just pull the nib and feed out, which lets me get the blunt nose syringe in there to give it a good clean. Blonde Scales 1, my swipe is on the to be inked list. Marilyn, I love the swipe. It's so easy to disassemble. Do you know, I've not really been attracted to the swipe. The new pen that they've just released, the VAC 700R with the, what's the colour? It's like a blue colour. I can't remember what it's called. It only got released on Friday. I love the look of that. I'm going to have to save up for that one as well. I've got a lot of pens to save up for. I've got to save up for my Pens by Casey pen. I do like the look of that one though. I might hopefully, as I say, I'll save up for it. So hopefully it's still around. I know the Iris was around for quite a while, so hopefully that's still around when I can get the money. But I think that looks quite nice. And I was thinking about getting another 580. But when that came out, I thought, yeah, that's so nice. Chris, Twisby looks nice with that ink in there. Yeah, it does. I mean, that's one of the things I love about demonstrator pens. The one you can see the ink. Again, a video I'm recording tomorrow is 5 of my demonstrator pens. So I've got a number of them inked up in quite a wide price range. Looking forward to doing that. And yeah, all of them look so nice. I mean, I'm just going to pull one out. This is a Jinhao 82, sorry. Yes, I know it's got a converter in there, but just seeing the ink flow around, I think is really, really nice. Another quick one, the Pilot Pereira. I've eyedroppered it. It's got a shimmer inking. Again, just love looking at the ink floating around. It's ever so nice. Shane, the acrylic looks like Pelican Golden Beryl on the that pen bloke. I don't have one to compare it against, but it's a resin he pours himself. I think he said he got 3 blanks out of it. It was an experiment he was doing. You know, we've got bits of green in here. I say it's called something special. Really, really nice. Absolutely love it. Miss Marilyn Darling Lol. Blonde Scales 1. I've got 2 Benus now. Yeah, I keep looking at the one that I look at. It's a whiskey named type 1. I can't remember, but it's like goldy browny colour. But every time I look at it, I think, yeah, it looks nice, but it's just way too sparkly for me. Under the under the influence. I'm planning to buy that Space Bennu and the Octopus Bennu with my tax refund. Yeah, I'd say the Space one looked really nice, but in the end, I thought it's a lot of money for what it is, and I couldn't really justify that. Ali Rose, hi y'all, welcome to you. Blonde Skills 1, hi. Marilyn Kyanite, that's it. I think it really does look nice. And the way the nib is, which the next comment actually saying that, I saw that one, love the blue silver nib. Brain's just gone blue. Yeah, the blue silver nib, I just think it looks so nice. I love my other VAC 700R is the Iris, which again I love. Miss Marilyn, darling, well, if you want a swipe, I'll send you one. Awesome, that's really nice for the offer. Thank you for that. Marilyn, that's quite nice. They're quite nice. Yeah, I just don't know what it is. It just never grabbed me. What I'm tend to do now is I like things that grab me. Don't tell the wife that, though. Ricardo, the Bob, and that's it. I knew it was some kind of whiskey thing. Is it Pens and Tea has one? And I think it's Penultimate Dave I've seen one with. The Bennu Euphoria fountain pen in Bob, and that's it. Awesome. Thank you for that. Let's refresh the comments. Okay, we've got no more comments for the moment. Keep them coming in. We'll come back to them in a second. Let's go on over to the presentation. So screen again. I'll have a mouthful of coffee now you can't see. Oh, well, tea is. It's gone cold now. So last week's videos. So on Sunday, I had my July inked pens. So I set all the pens I had inked up that weren't in my EDC rotation and aren't in next month's. I thought I'll take them out as well because I've got loads of pens inked up at the moment. I've been doing a lot of these top 5 videos, recording them. So that means I end up with loads of pens inked up. Tuesday, we had Jinhao 9019 versus the Marjon M1000. So 2 big pens, very different nibs. So the 9019 is that number 8 size nib, whereas the M1000 is a number 6. The M1000 wooden pen, 9019 acrylic pen. So there is quite a lot of differences, but I think they're both nice pens. I enjoy writing with both of them. Friday, I've already mentioned, I did the nib swapping on the Jinhao 80, and I love the results. And then yesterday, tricky little questions. It was my July photo quiz. Really enjoyed that. Where's my space bar? There we go. Oh, keyboard went to sleep. Next week's videos. So this afternoon is one of my fun, what I think as like a fun experiment type video. So what I thought is, right, imagine I no longer have my pens, and imagine I want to buy pens that I've currently got to restart, and somebody gives me 500 Aussie dollars to buy them with. So what pens would I buy of my existing pens if I was essentially starting over with a budget of 500 Aussie dollars? And it was a really good experiment. I spent ages and ages coming up with a list of pens. The first few were quite easy, but then, trying to keep it within that $500 range, that was quite, a bit of a struggle. I'd love to see what other people would do. So obviously in the US, you would use 500 US dollars, in the UK, 500 pound. So whatever country you're in, try and use roughly, the same equivalent of about 500 US dollars-ish. Tuesday, that's my wrap-up for July. So how I went on with my pens in July, that was all small nibbed pens. And then when I was actually recording this, I realised, Garry, you messed up. One of the pens that you brought in, as a replacement pen, actually had a number 6 nib. So that I slapped myself around the forehead for that. And then on Friday, that's going to be my August pens in use, and it's a use me up month, which is why I was saying about a couple of these pens. I filmed it last week, so I have been using the pens. And the idea of use me up as they run out, I don't refill them. I clean them out and fetch in another pen that's currently inked. So the idea is to reduce the number of currently inked pens that I've got. I usually like these. I mean, 1 month I went through about 16 pens. It's just a good way to finish off some pens without spending a lot of time, or throwing a lot of ink away. Books. So I actually finished on Sunday last week, Masquerade. Really good. So Terry Pratchett Masquerade. And I started on Monday, Terry Pratchett's Feet of Clay. So this is about golems, and it's one of the Watch. It's one of the Watch books. I love the Watch. I mean, we've got Captain Carrot, we've got Commander Vimes. I love Nobby Nobbs. I think his character is really funny. We've had a brief appearance by Cut Me On Throat Dibbler. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it, so I would think I'll mostly finish that maybe Wednesday, I would think. Maybe Tuesday, but I think Wednesday. My plan after that is to go on to another Terry Goodkind book, and it's a standalone one, and it's the story of Magda somebody or other. I can't remember her last name. Essentially the first confessor, so it's jumping way back in time to talk about how the confessor, which is one of the streams that runs through all the books with Kaelin, how the confessors came around. So actually quite looking forward to that. So that's that. Now, whilst I'm talking about this, next Sunday there will not be a live. I'm going into hospital on Friday to have my thyroid removed, which is going to be an overnight stay in hospital. So hopefully I'll be out on Saturday. But I thought I want to make sure I've got a bit of time to recover. So I'm not planning to do a live next Sunday. Hopefully I'll be able to do a recording on the Monday. So I've got recordings scheduled. The following Sunday, which is, fetch up my calendar. My maths is not good. So the following Sunday, which is... where are things going? Not that. Is the 11th of August. That's when I'm hoping to do the next one. Going to be interesting. When I saw the surgeon, he said that having it out can affect your voice. When I told my son, he said, "How much would it cost me for them to stop you being able to talk forever?" I was a bit like, isn't that lovely of him? So, yeah, that's why I thought we'll do nothing next Sunday. Marilyn, so I'm going back to the comments. I want a vodka on the rocks, all sparkle. Wow, yeah, that's that like silvery one, isn't it? We've got a Mandalorian mug today. I've just finished my peppermint tea. Got the flash mug again. And this is my cordial. As I said in the past, I drink my cordial really weak. It's just really to take essentially the flavour of the water. I think Penultimate Dave, he's got one of those as well. Alia Rose, to Miss Marilyn, I have the vodka on the rocks. It's very sparkly indeed. Could be another interesting pen for Christmas, couldn't it, with the sparkles? Blonde Scales 1. I need to add some pen picks on Discord after I take them. I need to kickstart that Discord going again. I keep saying to myself, Gary, you've got to get your Discord moving. But then other things seem to come up all the time. Under the Inkfluence, the vodka on the rocks Bennu is stunning and surprisingly can be used with any ink and goes with anything. Absolutely. I think, that's like a black pen, silver pens. You don't get limited if you like to do matchy-matchy, which is what I generally do. I like my pen and ink to match. Alia Rose, I enjoy the vodka pen if the section were also sparkling instead of black. The black is jarring. Yeah, I think I can see that. Alia more rather. Marilyn, I like it better if it came with a secret compartment which I could hide some vodka in. Yeah, now there is a pen where they do that. I can't remember what it was. I think it was on Penultimate Dave that I saw it, where it's a pen and at the top there's a little thing that you screw off and you can put something more interesting in there. Alia Rose to Marilyn, custom pen time. Under the influence, it could be eyedroppered with vodka. Yes. Who was it I saw? Was it last year? It was like an April Fool's joke. Wasky Squirrel was doing a video where he said he was going to be writing with different like cordials and stuff like that. That was quite interesting. Blonde Scales 1 might need a very large pen for that. Yeah, absolutely, I would. Marilyn, when I was at the LA Pen Show 2 years ago, I saw this massive fountain pen with another fountain pen inside of it. It's just a matter of time. Oh, yeah, I can see that, definitely. Alia Rose, yikes, feel better, Gary. Yeah, reason why I'm having it, as I've said in the past, I have a heart condition. So I'm on a medication for that, which is called amiodarone, which is based around iodine. And your thyroid takes up iodine. And what it does, it takes up this amiodarone in preference to the iodine. So that means I then don't produce enough of the thyroid hormones. And it's also, it's been going on for a while. It's also damaged my thyroid. So, it's just easier to take it out rather than having to have continual issues with it. So hopefully it should be fine. I mean, it's about, the surgeon said it's about an hour and a half to take it out. So yeah, it should be all right. Shane, no problem. Take care of yourself, Gary. Marilyn, oh, Gary, I hope you get well soon after your surgery. That's a rough one. Make sure that you tell your doctor exactly how you're feeling. Yeah, I've been watching lots of YouTube stuff about it. Hopefully it'll be fine. I normally respond quite well to surgery. Ricardo, all the best for your surgery, thank you. Ted, good luck, Gary, thanks. Blonde Scales 1, hope it all goes well. Padrino, the Visconti Speakeasy, absolutely love that. Ted, Penultimate Dave has an amazing pen collection, absolutely. I love watching his pens in use videos. I will be honest, the first part of it, he talks about the pens, then he does at the end a writing sample. So I'm going to be honest, I skip over all the talking part and get straight to the writing sample. I love seeing pens write. Aries, hello, welcome to you. Under the Influence, thank you very much. So that's a super chat. Good luck for next week. Thank you so much. That's very, very much appreciated. Let me just refresh the comments. That will be going into the pen fund for my next purchases. Under the Influence, to a speedy recovery. We'll miss you next week. Yeah, I say hopefully it'll only be the 1 week. I love doing these videos. So to me, doing these videos is actually a form of recuperation. Johnny Raggedy just got here. Will replay. Best wishes for your health. Thank you so much, Johnny. Appreciate that. No more comments. So we'll start the wrap up. I don't know what's going wrong with me. We're under an hour again. So thank you all for your time. Absolutely love doing these. As we saw at the beginning, we had our unboxing part, taking a look at these pens. I'll be doing my first impressions as the next few weeks go forward. I don't think I'll be able to release them. I don't think they get released until later on in August, and some of them even in September. But I'll be getting them, and because I don't like doing them all one on top of each other. Some more comments. Marilyn, I can't afford to watch Penultimate Dave's channel. I'm absolutely with you. My wallet hurts. I mean, some of his pens are just beautiful. But then he occasionally throws in some of the cheaper ones as well. Alia Rose, oh my God, mine too. Yeah, absolutely with you. Padrino, as someone who has had a hypothyroidism for most of my life, I feel for your speedy recovery. Thank you. Hopefully it won't be too bad. So yeah, thank you all. I absolutely love doing these. I know I keep saying this every week, but it's true. So the standard YouTube things, please hit that thumbs up button every time you write, every time you like, every time you comment. Just helps with the YouTube algorithm. Memberships available. It's I think it's $5 Aussie. It was the lowest level it would let me set it at. So please, if you can, please support me with membership. Once I'm over these surgeries, I will get back to doing a members only, either a stream or a chat. So yeah, please. Sorry, my brain's gone dead. Yeah, I'll get back to doing a members only chat. Might try Zoom again, or we might try something on Discord. I like to be able to, rather than just me talking to a camera, with the Zoom and stuff, we can actually talk together, which is really good. And because I'm on the free Zoom level, it limits it to half an hour. So, we don't have to take too much of your time. So I'm thinking about that once I've got over the surgery. Thank you very much. Let me just see if I can pronounce this one. Goomba 1000, thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated that. I just got here too, Johnny. Gary, you'll be on my mind, so there's another super chat there. Thank you so much. I say thank you so much to Under the Influence as well. Blonde Skills 1, have a great week all. Ricardo, have a nice week. Let me refresh. Miss Marilyn, thank you, Gary. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you when I see you. Take care of yourselves. Marilyn, darling, heart. I'll give it a couple more seconds. So what I must be doing next Sunday, I say we're not doing the live. I might put a little community post just saying how I'm going, just so, keep you up to date. So thank you all for your time. I'll do one more refresh to see if there's any more comments come in. So thank you all, and I'll talk to you again soon.